Hey everyone, and welcome. Ever felt like time just warps? Like it stretches out or compresses in weird ways? We all know that feeling when we are bored or in pain. It seems like time passes slowly. It seems to speed up when we're in a state of absorption, such as when we play music or chess or paint or dance. But I'm not just talking about those everyday fluctuations. Today, we're diving into something much more profound: time expansion experiences, or what I like to call T's. I'm talking about those moments where seconds can feel like minutes, where time seems to almost stop. These aren't just minor shifts in perception. These are radical alterations in how we experience time. The article we are talking about today was written by Steve Taylor, a senior lecturer in psychology at Leeds Beckett University. First, let's get the basics out of the way. We've all experienced slight time distortions. Think about how time flies when you're having fun, or how a week-long vacation in a new place feels much longer than a week at home. Some researchers, including me, think that those mild variations in time perception are linked to information processing. As a general rule, the more information, such as perceptions, sensations, thoughts, that our minds process, the slower time seems to pass. New environments stretch time because of their unfamiliarity. Absorption contracts time because our attention becomes narrow, and our minds become quiet, with few thoughts passing through. In contrast, boredom stretches time because our unfocused minds fill with a massive amount of thought chatter. But T's are on a whole different level. They often happen in extreme situations. Think car crashes, falls, attacks, those moments of intense emergency. In my research, I have found that around 85% of people have had at least one T. What's amazing is that during these events, people often report having an incredible amount of time to think and react. It's like their internal clock slows down dramatically. A woman who reported a T in which she avoided a metal barrier falling onto her car told me how a slowing down of the moment allowed her to decide how to escape the falling metal on us. In fact, many believe this time expansion saved them from serious injury or even saved their lives. But it's not just emergencies. T's are also common in sports. An ice hockey player described a T when the play, which seemed to last for about 10 minutes, all occurred in the space of about 8 seconds. They can happen during moments of deep meditation or when we're completely immersed in nature. And, interestingly, about 10% of the T's I've collected are linked to psychedelic substances like LSD. One man told me that, during an LSD experience, he looked at the stopwatch on his phone, and the hundredths of a second were moving as slow as seconds normally move. It was really intense time dilation. So, why does this happen? That's the million-dollar question. There are a few theories, and honestly, none of them perfectly explain everything. Theory 1, it's all about noradrenaline, that hormone released during the fight or flight response. But that doesn't explain why people often feel incredibly calm during T's, even when their lives are in danger. A woman who had a T when she fell off a horse told me, the whole experience seemed to last for minutes. I was ultra calm, unconcerned that the horse still hadn't recovered its balance and quite possibly could fall on top of me. It also doesn't explain T's that happen during peaceful meditation. Theory 2, it's an evolutionary adaptation. Our ancestors developed this ability to survive dangerous situations. But again, that doesn't account for those non-emergency T's. Theory 3, it's all an illusion of memory. We take in so much information during an emergency that, when we recall it, it feels like it lasted longer. But, in my research, people are adamant that they had extra time to think and act. In a recent poll of 280 T's, I found that less than 3% of the participants believed that the experience was an illusion. Some 87% believed it was a real experience that happened in the present, while 10% were undecided. Complex thoughts and actions happened that wouldn't have been possible if time was moving normally. I believe the key lies in altered states of consciousness. A sudden shock, intense concentration in sports, deep meditation, these can all disrupt our normal mental processes, causing a shift in how we perceive reality. Think about it, our sense of time is deeply connected to our sense of self. Usually, we feel like we're inside our minds with the world out there. But in intense altered states, that separation fades. We feel more connected to our surroundings. And as that boundary softens, our sense of time expands. It's like we step outside our normal, everyday consciousness and enter a different, time world. Time expansion experiences are a fascinating reminder of just how flexible and mysterious our perception of reality can be. It shows us that time isn't just a fixed, objective thing ticking away in the background. It's something we experience, and that experience can be profoundly altered. What do you think? Have you ever had a time expansion experience? Share your thoughts and stories in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more explorations of the mind.